Hi guys, and welcome to yet another episode of Game Chat. I'm Chris, and with me today we have Jake.
Hey.
And Corey.
Hello.
And today's main topic is going to be the Game Awards, because all the nominees have come through and we know who's up for what, and we're kind of just going to go through, vote for who we would vote for and kind of like who we think would win. And then we'll come back through it after the Game Awards and see who got the most right. So we're going to start.
And predictions,
and our predictions for what might show up, because I always forget that it's a bloody actual show.
It's a reveal show as well, but I don't think
I have a few, but like, they're always the same every year.
Prediction is that I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just a list of the stuff you wish you would actually be there, rather than what you think will actually be there?
Yeah, right. Well, we'll get on to that after the.
Is that Jeff Keighley's going to say that there's massive announcements like 3 days before, and then he's going to announce nothing.
So you get you to watch it.
For 4 fucking hours, like it always is. But yeah, well, we'll start with the actual awards, and then we'll go through them. We're skipping the esports ones because I don't think any of us are confident enough to.
We're not
go
esports
through
people.
the esports and actually know what we're talking about. So we're going to skip all them. But we're going to start with most anticipated game. So for that, we've got Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Now, who should we do first? Corey, you go first. Who do you think's going to win, and who do you want to win?
I think. There's a good chance that Legend of Zelda will win this.
I agree with that.
Because people absolutely love the first game for good reason. It's an incredible game.
Yeah.
But I voted for Resident Evil 4 because Resident Evil 4 is Resident Evil 4, and that's what I have to say about that. It's just one of the best games. Yeah, it's one of the best games ever made. And going off of what Capcom's been doing with Resident Evil recently, I have all faith.
They haven't really put a step wrong.
Game.
They
have. The recent step I'd say they've had incorrect was Resident Evil 3 remake, and while the game was good, it was just short. But would have come out and said that they're not doing that with this. It's going to have the same, if more content than the original game. So hopes are high. Hopes are high.
Definitely. So you think it'll be Tears of the Kingdom, but you.
I think it'll be Tears of the Kingdom, yeah. But my personal vote is Resident Evil 4 for sure. That's the one I'm most looking forward to. I'm also very much looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy. To be honest, I think it's been a very, very, very long time since we've had a good Harry Potter game, and everything I've seen of this so far looking really good. So looking forward to Hogwarts. Looking forward to Legend of Zelda myself. Resident Evil 4 is going to be the one that I'm going to vote to, though, for sure.
Fair enough. Jake, how about you?
I agree with Corey. I think Zelda's going to win. I don't agree with that because I've never really vibed Zelda.
That's fair.
But the other 3, I'm really looking forward to all of them. So
yeah, I'm very much the same. Like, what have you actually voted for, Jake?
I voted for Resi because it is Resi.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think Hogwarts Legacy has the potential to be one of the best games of next year. I watched like a massive gameplay thing last week, and
it's like an hour long. That's all. Yeah.
I haven't seen this. I need to look into this. I didn't
know. It's like a half hour worth of gameplay.
Either way.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris,
what about yourself?
For me, I agree that I think Zelda will take it. Although, I don't know, It is.
The thing I have with Zelda is I wish I didn't have to play it on the Switch.
yeah.
The Switch is struggling so hard now.
Especially
I wish
after,
it was announced
Pokemon.
for a next gen version of the Switch. Yeah, God, Pokemon. Let's not get into that. But I wish it was announced for a next gen version of it. It's not, and we have to play it on the Switch that we've got, which is not great. But it is what it is.
I don't know. You know, the weird thing about it is because of the way these vote things work. I feel like there is a chance that Hogwarts Legacy gets it because it's like, but then again, I was gonna say Harry Potter's really popular, but then again, there's a whole thing with Harry Potter at the moment, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Like I'm hyped for all these games personally, like every single one.
What would you vote for though? When you pick one, what you vote for?
For me personally, I'm voted for Starfield because I'm really hyped about Starfield.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it was a very hard choice because I'm hyped for all of them, and I think these all have a chance of winning Game of the Year next year. So
yeah,
but
and that I think the more interesting question with these ones is, of these 5 games, what are you least hyped for?
Oh, that's hard.
Mine's Zelda, just because I don't vibe.
Really?
All the others, I could vibe.
I mean,
mine's probably FF, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
of all the ones on the list. I feel like I really want Hogwarts Legacy to do really well because I feel like we need sort of game. I think Resident Evil 4 and Starfield are and Zelda, to be honest, or just like they're gonna do well either way. They always do. Those names from those developers and those pictures are always going to do well.
Yeah, in two different ways. Like they're both known quantities because it's like Resi 4 is Resi 4. Everyone knows that's a great game. And then Starfield, like a big Bethesda
everyone's going to buy the Bethesda RPG.
Yeah,
everyone's always going to buy it, no matter what.
I think the outliers there are definitely Final Fantasy and Hogwarts.
Because with Final Fantasy, it can be good or bad.
Yeah, it's very hit and miss, isn't it? Yeah.
And of these games, I feel like Final Fantasy is the most niche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I like Final Fantasy games, but
Final Fantasy stuff.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I think in terms of like what I think is going to win, I think it will be Tears of the Kingdom, but I wouldn't be surprised if Starfield somehow grabs it. But in terms of like,
yeah, it just depends on the kind
going
of.
for Tears of the Kingdom.
You got to judge on like how hardcore the people that come and vote on things, and that's where you got to really like. That's where you put the vote really, like the super hardcore. I feel like more hardcore people are probably going to vote for Resident Evil 4 than anything. But where, like how many people are going to go out the way to
with
vote on a Game Awards show?
With Resi, because it's already been a game, I think people won't vote for that necessarily.
No, but I think people will vote for it because it's Resi 4.
Yeah,
and people know how good Resi 4 is and will just automatically go for it. I think you're gonna have people from both sides, and they'll probably just balance each other out.
Yeah, it could be one of those where because of that it splits the vote, and then some random one wins, like Hogwarts.
Well, yeah. It also opens up a big with remakes and these sorts of things. Like, how can you put remakes in award shows? Like, you'll see on a lot of these categories, you're not going to see, especially in like the story and one, you're not going to see The Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah. I agree with that, to be fair.
I agree with that because it's a story that's already been told, but also it's a new game that came out this year. It's a game that, honestly, if it was to come out right now, I would still say the better story of anything else, but it's already been told. So Resident Evil might fall into that same category again, and that's how some people see it.
Yeah. Right, so we'll move on to the next category, which is Best Adaptation, which is a new category, I believe, as far as I know.
Yeah. But you're getting some decent video game media right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's been a while. Oh, hang on, my phone. Someone read off the things because my phone's doing a weird thing.
Yeah. So we've got Arcane, League of Legends. That's the Netflix show. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is also the Netflix show.
A lot of these
the Cuphead show, which is again a Netflix show.
Yep.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, and the Uncharted movie.
Now, how many
I've
of these?
I've only seen one of these. I've only seen Uncharted.
Which one have you seen, Jake?
I've seen Edge Runners.
So you've both of you have seen one each?
Yeah.
And I'm the only one who's seen all of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't realise to watch even the Cuphead one. You probably got the best opinion then. I'd say I've only watched Uncharted, and it's not going to be Uncharted.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think that's the only one who's definitely not going to win.
Yeah.
Cuphead's good, but I don't think it's got enough people watching it, enough eyes on it to even give it a chance of winning. Sonic is great, could win because like it's more like everyone went and saw Sonic, like
More mainstream, popular.
and with the first one being great, everyone a load more people went and saw the second one,
great.
and then even the second one was even better. So
yeah,
I can see that winning. Personally, like I've seen both Cyberpunk and Arcane, and I think it's definitely between them two. But I think what's gonna turn it in Arcane's favor is that Cyberpunk is an anime, so that there's a lot of people out there who just won't watch anime, regardless of what whether it's based off their favorite video game or not. So like,
I legit only watched it because it was Cyberpunk.
This is what I'm saying. Like that cuts off a lot of people already. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like Arcane. I know people who've watched Arcane that don't even like video games, and they say it's one of the best shows on TV right now. Which I agree. It's fucking fantastic. Yeah. It's great. I recommend it to anyone.
I've watched one episode of Arcane. I will watch the rest because I did really enjoy it, and I really like the art style of Arcane. It reminds me of Dishonored a lot.
Yes.
The art style of Arcane. And I'm definitely going to pick up on that. I mean, Cyberpunk has not really pulled me in.
Before watching it, like I knew nothing about League of Legends. I don't care about the world of League of Legends. Yeah. I now do because of this show. Like I'm never going to play actual League of Legends because it's just not my style of game. But like they're doing a load of spin-offs, and I'm actually watching all of them, like thinking maybe I'll get this one because I'm interested in the world, and the world building in that show is amazing. Like.
I've seen so many stories of people that have watched Arcane and thought, God, this is a video game, League of Legends. I'll go and play it, and I've been so disappointed.
Yeah, yes.
Video game.
But like,
so what is this shit?
I mean, watching Arcane just makes me want to think, God, I need them to do an Overwatch show in that style. That would be fucking just amazing.
They could do it, and Blizzard. Oh my God, Blizzard kill cutscenes so much. They could just make it themselves.
Legit.
They could just do it, and they just don't want to. Oh well.
But yeah, I would vote for Arcane. I think Arcane's also going to win.
Yeah, I think Arcane's going to win as well. Even though I've not even watched all of it, I think Arcane will win. Just from what I've heard, the media buzz around it.
Yeah.
You're the same, Jake, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
However, next year it's going to be the Dragon Age Netflix show. You heard it here.
Really? Or will it be Last of Us?
Do you know what's... Yeah, I think Last of Us will be on there. Do you know what's surprising to not be on here? It's the Witcher show.
Yeah, it's because did it come out this year? Season-wise? I think it was. Wasn't it December of last year?
Was it? Oh,
that might be why.
Season 2's
I've not seen it, to be honest.
Yeah, but also season 2 was. It was not as good as season 1 in my opinion. And I don't remember much of what happened in it. To be fair, I don't think there's any other than that. I don't think there's anything missing from that list that should be on there. Like the Resi film that I watched wasn't great.
That was amazing. Leave it alone.
Yeah, but it's not on the level of these that it deserves to be on.
It was like
adaptation of the year.
It was fantastic.
Legit. No, it very much was. Especially that end scene. Those who've watched it will know. It doesn't deserve to be on there. The Netflix Resident Evil show apparently definitely doesn't deserve to be on there.
That was shite. That show was awful.
And other than that, I can't think of any other video game adaptations that have come out this year. So
no.
They should have a category for this that's like the Razzies, and it's the worst game.
Worst game of the year.
I am very much looking forward to the Last of Us TV show. Though I think that's going to be really good, and it's going to pull in a lot of people who don't like video games.
You never know, though, guys.
I'm really looking forward to that.
You know, some other show might sneak up next year, like the Twisted Metal show.
Forget that. I'm waiting. I want to see the God of War TV show. That's the one I'm waiting for now.
I can't believe they're making a Twisted Metal.
This week. Oh, that's gonna be great. With Dave Bautista as Marcus Phoenix, it's gonna be a good time.
It could be good. It could be good. It has potential.
Even if it's bad, it'll be good. Oh, guys, do you know what else is on this list?
Isn't
The Halo
Oh
TV
yeah,
show.
that doesn't deserve to be on the list either. To be fair.
Oh,
And I watched all of that show. It's not a terrible sci-fi show. It's a terrible Halo show though. So
I watched 10 minutes of the first episode and I couldn't do it to myself.
I don't blame you. We'll move on to the next category. Best debut indie game. Now I'm looking at these. So we've got Neon White, Norco, which I've never heard of, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors. Now, how many of these have people played? Corey,
I have played 2 of them. I've played one of them to completion. So I've played Stray to completion. I've played a little bit of Tunic, and I've watched quite a bit of stuff around Neon White, and I've heard quite a lot of stuff about Vampire Survivors through podcasts and stuff. Stray was very good. I think Tunic was the better game. But I've heard a lot of people loving off Vampire Survivors big time.
Yeah, I'm very much the same. Like, I mean, I played both Stray and Tunic to completion. I've heard big things about Neon White, and I've just not had a chance to get into it. Norco, I've never fucking heard of. I don't know what that is.
No idea what that is.
Vampire Survivors, I have heard a bunch of stuff recently about it. It's only just come to Game Pass as well, and I've got it downloaded. I just haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
So this is the difficult one.
I voted for Tunic, even though I didn't finish it. I did vote for Tunic on this.
So did I.
I voted for Stray because I've only heard of Tunic and Stray. I've not played any of them.
I think Stray could. I literally think Stray could win it just because everyone likes cats.
Popularity.
Yeah.
Like I personally,
I think Stray will win it because everyone got it on PlayStation for free,
and
everyone played it.
I'm one of those people that just really
Nathan enjoyed it.
Was not a big fan of Stray. It was okay. Yeah. Like everyone was like saying, "Oh, this is an amazing game! Oh my god, it's one of the best games this year." I'm like, it's okay. It's like it's alright.
I don't know. People think it was a good game.
Wasn't
and
it just
looked nice. But yeah, exactly. It wasn't groundbreaking in any way, shape, or form. But again, it's something to be. It's only in the game, and it was very impressive for what it was.
Was it?
I feel like Tunic was trying a lot of new stuff, and it was more of a video game. Tunic was, and that's where my vote went. And it'll be Stray or Tunic. Neon White is cool, but it's way too niche.
Yeah, I voted for Tunic. I think Stray will win though, just because of the popularity.
Yeah, I think
cats.
Stray will win. yeah, I think Stray will win. Stray was a good game. I enjoy it. I did enjoy it. It's a good story as well.
What do you reckon out of Stray and Tunic, Jake?
Right.
Yeah. I feel like we've all gone for the same answer so far.
Well, it's been obvious answers so far.
No, they have been. Yeah. Right, what's next? So content creator of the year. We're going to skip this, right? Because I have no idea.
Yeah,
about
I know none of these people.
Literally. I mean, the one guy I know is Nebellion, and just because I used to follow his Twitter before he left, because he left Twitter apparently recently. But yeah, he was good for news. But other than that, I don't know any of them. Best multiplayer. It's an interesting one this year. So you've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Now, Corey?
So I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. I think Call of Duty will win this.
Wow, really?
And I also voted for Call of Duty, just because even though I haven't actually played Call of Duty, but I'm hearing great things. I'm hearing great things about the game, and it's the first Call of Duty I've actually considered buying again because I've heard fantastic things. They back to old school and how everything used to work. And people are really enjoying it. I've played by far the most Overwatch 2, and for that reason, I'm not voting for it because that game is a pile of wank.
Mm-hmm.
The game is what they've turned that game into with their new battle pass system and the way you unlock everything from there is awful. Yep. It is so predatory. It is actually disgusting. And they've announced some stuff today regarding extra unlocks and things, but it is a very poor show going from. This is the only game that's made me think, God, I wish we still had loot boxes.
Yeah.
Very much.
It is horrible what they did to that game. Other than that, I haven't played any of the ones. I haven't played Multiverses. I've heard good things about Multiverses.
It's great.
And I haven't played 2 and 3 or TMNT. But I'm going to go for. I have voted for Call of Duty, and Call of Duty will win because there's a lot of buzz around it, even more so than you'd expect for Call of Duty normally.
Fair enough. How about you, Jake?
I went for Multiversus because that's the only one that I've played, and I didn't really like it. I just thought it was a Smash clone, but I vehemently hate Overwatch 2. So
fair enough.
had to be Multiversus.
What do you think will win, though?
Either Multiversus or COD.
Okay. See, I'm very much the same about with you guys on Overwatch 2. Like, I'm a big Overwatch fan in general, and I'd still play it. I'm very disappointed in it, though. It's like the gameplay's great. There's no problems with that. It's the way they've done the battle pass
progression system
and everything like that. It's just, it's very poor. My one big complaint about the battle pass, though, is literally like most battle passes you play in any other game, you earn money to put towards the next battle pass.
Yeah,
you don't do that in this. You can't. So like you have to pay for every single one, and I think that's really predatory of them. Like,
it's literally a subscription fee.
Like points a day. Without it, like the XP gain is so small, and to earn like enough points to actually like contribute, you can only really do that through the challenges. Which, like, once you've done them, you've done them.
Yeah.
It's insanity that they lock characters behind Battle Pass. That's insane. Like Overwatch has always been about the characters, and the fact that you have to get to level 55. Like, I've played a lot of Overwatch and I'm not yet level 55 in the Battle Pass, and it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe they've turned it into this game. And on the next season, especially, it's really going to come to light as people are like, "What the hell's going on with locking characters behind a Battle Pass?"
See, I haven't felt that pain yet because I got that watch point pack, so I could.
As a lot of people did. That's what I mean. That's why it's all going to really like come up in the next season.
Yeah, 100%. I haven't played Call of Duty. I haven't really heard. See, I'm the opposite of you there, Corey. I haven't heard great things at all. I've heard a lot of people complaining about it.
Things.
So I don't know
really?
whether. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, we'll see with that one. Splatoon 3.
You know what would have been on? Oh, sorry, go on.
Splatoon 3. I think the people that play it love it. I don't think it's got that much of a following to win this. I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I thought it was great, but like I think this is very much the outlier on this because it's like I don't know that many people that played it. I only played it because it was on Game Pass, and it's like it's one of them where it's like it's a co-op game, so it's not like all the rest are like multiplayer against other people. So it's like I feel like there's more of an audience for them. So I think, and when you think of multiplayer, you think of versus other people. And that's what the category is. It's multiplayer. It's not a co-op one. You know what I mean? So I feel like I don't think that has any chance of winning. Multiversus I played and I actually really enjoyed. I keep meaning to go back to it. But there's just so much other stuff out that I just haven't had a chance. I personally would vote for and I have voted for Multiversus. I feel like in terms of what actually wins, it's between Multiversus and Overwatch 2. Just because of the popularity of Overwatch 2 in terms of just how many people play it, I think it has a chance of winning. I don't want it to win.
Everyone who plays it at the minute is pissed off.
Yeah, but there's also I think that could just be the vocal minority being us though, like, and being people on Twitter. Like, I think a lot of people play that game and just enjoy it, like, and don't worry about all the battle pass and stuff, and just enjoy the gameplay. So I think it has a chance, but I really want Multiversus to win, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to be Overwatch.
I think Overwatch 2 is a very different experience to people who didn't play Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
People who come into just Overwatch 2 are getting a completely different game to what everybody else.
They don't know what they're missing.
Overwatch 1. They don't know what they're missing, no, exactly. So, and that might make it like this. There might be open to the predatory progression system that Overwatch 2 has over Overwatch 1.
So I'm locking in that I think Overwatch 2 will win it, but I would vote for Multiverses.
Also, it's Multiverse as well, but Overwatch 2 is free. More people would have played it.
Yeah. Next, we've got best sports and racing game. I mean, does any of you guys have any confidence in voting for any of this? Like, have you played?
I mean, I don't play any of them. I heard bad things about Gran Turismo. People didn't like it again because of the microtransaction system. Only one I've heard good things about is Ollie Ollie World. To be honest,
yeah,
I've heard people enjoying, and it's like it's by far the most indie of all the games. Yeah.
I've only played 2 of these. No, actually, no. I haven't. No, I've only played 1 of these, and that's FIFA. But like, FIFA's actually people are actually really enjoying it this year. Like, I think that has the chance of getting it. I voted for that as it's the only one I've played. I think it will win it because the others, other than Ollie Ollie World, haven't really. Like, I don't hear anyone talking about it. So, and it's very rare in this category that the indie steals it. But,
I'm expecting FIFA to win, to be honest. Again, through a popularity vote, it's always the most sold game every single year.
Yeah. How about you, Jake?
Yeah, we'll go with FIFA. Sure.
Confirm Jack's favourite game, FIFA 23.
And we'll swiftly move on from this category. It means we're not sports experts. Oh, this is another category that I have no idea for most of it. Best sim and strategy. So we have Dune Spice Wars, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Total War Warhammer 3, 2 Point Campus, and Victoria 3. Anyone got any idea with this?
I have zero opinion in any of these games.
Jake, any idea?
Warhammer or Mario will win.
But my wife is telling me that we should 2 Point Campus. So 2 Point Campus is my vote for Game of the Year. So
what do you actually reckon? Like, what do you reckon would win this? Just by name alone?
Probably Total War. People love Total War.
Yeah, I do love those games. I love Total War games. They're always good. I think, like Jake, I think it will be between Total War and Mario. And Mario Rabbids did really well, review-wise. It just came out at a time where I just don't have enough care for it to play it. Like, I want to play it, but it's just too much stuff out. So it's like, I'm not going to play it yet. So I'm going to go Mario Rabbids just because it's the biggest. Mario's the biggest name in video games. And I
know, but I don't think a lot of Mario fans are playing Mario Rabbids, to be honest.
No?
Like normal Nintendo people. I think here you're going to get more votes from the PC audience, and it'll be Total War. There are Total War fans out there that are crazy and want anything but.
I miss being a Total War fan. I need to upgrade my PC because I used to be big into Total War.
Yeah. Come and talk to me when you're ready.
Jay, what do you think will win, Total War or Mario? Because I don't think there's any chance of any others. Total War. Okay.
I think the following's too big for it to not win.
Just to be different, because you guys have said Total War, I'm going to say Mario.
If it wasn't in early access and it actually came out, Dreamlight Valley would win.
Does that count as a sim? I suppose it does, yeah.
It's farming sim.
To be fair, then that farming sims needs to be in a whole category of its own these days.
Yeah, to be fair.
The next one is always a controversial category for me. Best family game, and the description for this is for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. I mean, what we've got for it. This is but I'll read out the.
How many Nintendo only games?
Yeah, it says irrespective of genre or platform, but most of them are Nintendo only. So you've got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3.
Okay. I think the easy win here is Switch Sports.
See, I would say the same, but because that's actually a game you can play with your family, as opposed to the rest, which you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You can play Lego Star Wars with your family.
What game here can you play with your 10-year-old and your 80-year-old grandmother?
Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, like I feel like Switch Sports is the only true family game.
Yeah, like because of that, like it gets my vote. But this is always a category that like single player games can win it, and I don't understand why they shouldn't be in there because it's not a family game to play with your family. That's the description. And why are there all these single player games in there?
Like that's why it's gonna win.
Is 2-player multiplayer,
I don't believe it
or is that
should
just
win.
co-op?
I voted for it, and I think it's gonna win, but I don't believe it should win.
No, I don't
So
think it was that great either.
I think it's too vague of a title because a game you can play with your family.
Yeah.
Does Gears of War appear in this category?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like,
Yeah,
how do you draw a
I know
line?
what you mean. It's a stupid category, and Jeff Keighley needs to change this because it's every year everyone gets like confused about it because like half of these aren't.
Do you know what it is? It's basically it means kids games, but
Yeah.
they can't say kids games because then the adult gamers who play it will get pissed off.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going for just the best kids game, like for me, it's Kirby because Kirby was fucking fantastic.
Probably Kirby. Yeah, I've heard great things about Kirby.
But it's always difficult for that. Like that is the best game there. Do I think it will win? Depends on how people see this category. Like,
yeah, I think the best, as I think, family game as in game that every member of the family can play, it's Switch Sports.
Yeah, I voted for that, but I think Kirby will
me
win.
Too. What do you think, Jack?
When Lego Star Wars sweeps, I'm going to say that.
I think it has a chance. I think that's the second most likely after Kirby. To be fair,
but it shouldn't because it's buggy, repetitive, and the DLC is lazy as hell.
Yeah, I played through.
I'm going to put that out there.
3 of the movies in that, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm done for now. I will go back to it eventually.
It's the game, but like
okay.
for the hype,
it's not as good as the old ones.
How long it took them to make? It should have been a million times more than it was.
It's not as good.
Like the missions were literally 5 minutes each. All the stuff was open world, doing the same 6 things over and over again.
It's just not as good as the old ones.
It was lazy. That's what it was.
It was.
The problem with these bundle games, it's like the Harry Potter bundle games. It's sort of the Harry Potter years 1 to 4 and then 5 to 7. It's like they're nowhere near as good as the individual year games.
Yeah, because each one's really short and it just skips
read.
over a lot of the good stuff.
It does, yeah. Yeah, they're the originals. But yeah, for this category, Switch Sports. Chris, you're saying Kirby.
I'm saying Kirby will win.
And Jake's saying Star Wars. Good, that's a bit of separation.
We have a different one now. Yeah.
This game was purely for Yaddle and Yaddle alone.
Guys, we're on another category that we probably won't know about as well. Best fighting game. So.
Now, when I think fighting game, I think person versus person.
Same.
In which case, multiverses is probably what it's going to be.
Right, I'll read the things out. So we've got DNF Duel. I've never heard of this game. Don't know what that is. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Fighting games have weird names. The King of Fighters. What's XV in Roman?
15.
Multiversus and Sifu. Corey, I mean, do you think Multiversus will win?
Multiversus, JoJo's a remake. Well, like a remaster of an older game.
Mm-hmm.
And the other games are just too niche. And Sifu's a fighting game. I'd say it's more of like a beat 'em up game.
Yeah.
It's not a person versus person game. That's what I'm saying. Multiversus is where it's at.
What about you, Joe? You think Multiversus as well?
In Multiversus too.
And you'd also vote for Multiversus.
Yep.
Yeah. See, I voted for Sifu on this just because Sifu's not on many categories, and I fucking love that game. That game was amazing. I agree with you though, Corey. It's not really a fighting game, like because fighting game you think of this
category to be Street Fighter or something like
that. Street Fighter, Tekken, like Dead or Alive, that kind of game. Like you think of that, and the only one really that I've played that I think or I've heard about this year in that sort of category is Multiversus. So I think, like you, Multiversus will win.
Yeah.
I just want to give Sifu some love because everyone needs to play that
game.
Well,
Sifu's got another category.
Has it? Good.
Next category, I think.
That's
good.
Win.
Yeah.
Sifu's an amazing game. Next category. Ooh. One for you, Jake. Best role-playing game.
Oh no, okay. So this was we'll go. I'll read them out. So we got Elden Ring, Live Alive, Live Alive, or Live Alive. Nobody knows the actual answer. Pokemon Legends, Arceus, Triangle Strategy, or Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So this is going to be Elden Ring. There's no other answer here.
Yeah.
Elden Ring was the best RPG to come out this year, and it's been the RPG to come out in a long time.
I agree. I think, simply because I think it depends, because I think Elden Ring should win this. I think it could win this, but because, as we'll find out later on, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is also on Game of the Year. I think Elden Ring will win Game of the Year. I think potentially because of that, people might give Xenoblade the pity vote here. So I think that has potential of winning.
I don't think so. I don't think that'll happen. No. I think far more people would have played Elden Ring than Xenoblade.
Xenoblade didn't even like it.
Yeah. Xenoblade is stuck to one. It's not a niche console. Obviously, Nintendo Switch is selling very well, but it's like the anime RPG is a niche category on a Nintendo console. It's not going to have the sort of player base that Elden Ring's going to have.
Yeah.
Elden Ring's one of the biggest selling games of the year. Elden Ring's going to win.
Yeah. No, I think it deserves to win. Like, I personally would.
I think it deserves to win as well.
I mean, out
the
of these,
only one of those games I've actually played and enjoyed though is Legends Arceus, but I don't think it deserves to win.
No, I'm the same. I've played it. Don't think really, like, it was good, but like it wasn't anything special. Not like Elden Ring.
Yeah. Legends Arceus would have been a fantastic game if it came out 7 years ago.
Like any Pokemon game.
It's like especially the one that came out a few days ago. I don't know what it's called.
You know what? Yeah. The one that came out a few days ago is so much fun, and I've literally it's the most fun I've had playing a Pokemon game in a long time.
Has it crashed?
It's just that no.
Have you bad bugs?
It's just that the graphics are so bad. Like not the graphics, just the performance.
Yeah, I've even seen. I've watched Kate play a little bit of it, and it does not run well.
Have you seen the console windmills yet?
I've seen this guy at like a classroom chair, moving slower than everyone else.
I know, but I've seen the windmill. They
wow.
Windmill, yeah.
Oh no.
It's hilarious.
Other than that, in this category, I wanted to play Triangle Strategy. I just never got around to it because I love Octopath and it's made by the same people. Don't think it has any chance of winning. So yeah, I'm locking in Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring will win.
Yeah, I think
I don't think any other game really, other than Xenoblade, has a chance. Next, we have Best Action Adventure Game. And the options are A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. Corey?
Yep. I am going to say here, contrary to what I'm going to say later on in this chat, but I think Horizon will be the best adventure game here. I think Horizon, when I think adventure, I think
it's action adventure, mine.
Epic. I know, but we don't get a differentiation later on. So I'm going to go for Horizon because I feel like it's a more open world, big adventure, as people say. Like I can go off in my own thing. Now the obvious comeback to this is going to be God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok has a lot of stuff going on. Then you can traverse different areas and go back to areas, yes, but it's not as open as Horizon is.
Yeah.
To be fair, the description says combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. For me, I feel like describes God of War more than Horizon.
But it's a puzzle. Yeah.
Because there's not really puzzles in Horizon, really. I wouldn't say.
Not massively.
I just feel like when I think adventure, Horizon fits that better than God of War does to me.
So you
feel like when I played Horizon, it was more of an adventure. God of War was definitely more it was more linear. That's exactly what it comes down to. I feel like God of War was more linear than Horizon.
I think God of War might win, but I voted for Horizon for those reasons.
Yeah.
Are you the same, Cord? Do you think God of War will win, or do you think Horizon will win?
I think God of War will win. Yes, but yeah, I voted for Horizon as well because of my own internal description of adventure. I feel like it fits Horizon more than God of War does.
See, with this, because like I think God of War will win, but I think there's out of all the categories, I think there's a chance of another game winning simply because I think God of War could clean up in a lot of them. But going by that description, that literally to me describes God of War more than any other game on here. Because Plague Tale, it's more of a stealth game. Yeah, it has puzzle solving sort of, but like, doesn't really have much combat.
I'm surprised Plague Tale's in this because I feel like Plague Tale's a really, really linear game.
Yeah, but it doesn't say open world though, does it? There needs to be a best.
It doesn't say.
It needs to be best open world game category. That really does because they should.
Yeah, because I associate adventure with being able to just go in any direction.
Yeah,
sort of thing, and that is the opposite of Plague Tale. And it's the opposite of Stray, to be honest. Like Stray has open world sections, and Plague Tale has a little bit of a spoiler. Plague Tale has one semi-open world section.
Yeah.
And other than that, it really, really is a very linear game.
Yeah.
Horizon by far fits the category. It's my idea of the category, I should say, best.
Do any of you
what you're saying is correct.
Yeah.
About the literal description fits God of War better, but my idea of an adventure game, Horizon, fits it better.
Do any of you two want to be bold and change it, like what you actually think would win to Horizon? Just to,
I think for the reasons you've said,
I think it will win.
Yeah, I think for the reasons you've said is that the reason God of War will win.
I think God
of War will have the popularity vote as well. God of War sold more in one day than God of War 2018 did in its first week. Like the Ragnarok's a massive, massive seller.
Yeah, I think God of War will win this. I think it's a very obvious choice for this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but I feel like the educated are voting for Horizon.
I personally voted for God of War. I can see, I can see an argument for Horizon, and sort of Plague Tale. The rest, not so much. Like Tunic, yeah, it's great, but no, I don't think it would.
There's no way Tunic and Stray are standing up to the other three games in this category.
Stray, I just don't think it's great. But there you go, it's still there for some reason. Next one. See, this is why it's confusing. There should be a best open world and then best action game, because I feel like action adventure. It's not far enough away from action to kind of like have its own
differentiate.
Yeah,
you should have best action and best adventure, and that should just be it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But for best action game, which is the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. So that's how they're describing this one.
Yeah. So do you want to read out?
I'll read them out. You've got Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah. I feel like this is an easy win for Sifu.
I agree. I don't think it's easy, because Bayonetta 3 has people like it. It did really well.
Bayonetta 3 is the worst of the series from a lot of people.
Yeah.
I hear it's still good. That's the thing. I still hear people still really love it. And I think if anything is literally the description of an action game, it's Bayonetta 3.
I think Sifu is still a clean up act here. I don't think it's going to be a hard for Sifu.
I agree. I voted for Sifu, and I think Sifu will take it. But if anything has a chance out of the other four, it's going to be Bayonetta, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, Sifu's where it's at. What do you think, Jake?
I think Sifu. I think Bayonetta is quite a niche game, to be fair. I know it sells well, but I think it's quite niche.
Is it more niche than Sifu?
That's true. But
it's a hard category.
Also with Bayonetta, the whole controversy just before launch.
Yeah.
That might have damaged people's perception of the game or sales. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I'm changing what I think will win to Call of Duty because
Okay.
I don't think enough
Yeah.
people played Sifu to actually for it to beat out Call of Duty in this category. I think it deserves it.
I don't
Sifu
know.
deserves it, but I don't think enough people played it early on in the year.
I don't think
and the
you're
fact that it was
gonna get
early
your
on, I don't think enough
typical-
people remember it either.
I don't think you're going to get your typical COD bro voting on this sort of thing,
Mm.
and that's why I'm still going to say Sifu's probably going to win. Now, what I'm not entirely sure on is are all these categories 100% public voted,
No.
or do the public vote
They're
factor into the overall
it
vote?
factors in for a very small percentage. They're voted by like people like IGN, GameSpot, like the
Okay, definitely,
the industry
definitely
people.
Sifu then. Definitely Sifu then in that case.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like if we just look at the Metacritic for.
But even then, like
Sifu.
when I played Sifu, not a lot of people were talking about Sifu, even in the industry.
Really, I've heard lots of people talking about Sifu.
But,
like just the combat, like the entire part of that category is just combat.
Yeah.
Like Sifu is like above everything else.
Like I heard
Duty's just
certain
another shooting
outlets
game.
talking about it, but not like all the outlets, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people shitting on Bayonetta, so that's why I don't think that they'll win.
You know what? I'm gonna.
Bayonetta
I'll
was
go for
made
Sifu.
most anticipated game of the year, and he's played it for about an hour.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. I'm going for Sifu, just because.
Okay.
I'm going with my own heart here because I actually really wanted to win something. So yeah,
It will win. You don't need to win.
I really hope so. Next category is best VR/AR game. Now, has anyone played any VR games this year?
I have. Of all these, I've only played After the Fall. It was a good game. I didn't finish it. But Bone Lab will probably win. Of all these,
the options are After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Mossbook 2, and Red Matter 2. I have Mossbook 2.
Yeah.
I have not played it because then I have to put my PSVR and set it up and everything. So that's why.
Yeah.
That's effort.
I've heard great things.
It's the only one I've heard of.
What's that, Jake?
I voted for Among Us because it's the only one I've heard of.
I've heard that's very good as well, to be fair, but I don't think it will win it just because
I didn't even know it was out.
It's already a game beforehand, so I don't think people think VR.
Yeah, I didn't know it was out, but Bone Lab is like the Bone Works, which was the previous game to Bone Lab, was like the VR game for.
I've never heard of either of these.
And, you have to be very, very deep into like the PC VR community to have heard of them. But yeah, but Bone Lab's probably gonna.
Was Resi 4 VR not this year?
It was previous year, which was a shame because it would have cleaned up.
Yeah.
Because Resident Evil 4 VR is up there with Half-Life Alyx as one of the best VR games. Them two games, like god tier VR games.
Yeah. I don't have enough confidence to vote for this one, so I'm just going to randomly go Among Us VR just because it's known. I think it'll win it just because everyone loves Among Us. Same for you. Is that the same for you, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And Corey, you're going for Bone Lab.
I'm going for Bone Lab, yeah. I'm saying Bone Lab.
Fair enough. Next one is innovation in accessibility, where it's recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. And for this, you've got As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry.
Well, I see why Elden Ring wasn't in this category.
Me too.
the issue with this is I've played God of War and I know what Last of Us Part 1 has got because it's very similar to Last of Us Part 2.
I've played...
But you really need hands-on with the accessibility on all of these games to know which
I've had a quick
best.
look at the stuff on God of War.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot. And there was a lot. If
there's a lot.
With Last of Us 1, Part 1, they have basically everything that Last of Us 2 had, which was really good accessibility wise, and even more apparently.
Yeah.
So I could see that taking it.
Yeah.
The Quarry I played, didn't even notice any in that. As Dust Falls I have downloaded, but I haven't played it. But I've heard it's very good in that respect. But I think this is where Last of Us Part 1 wins, because that was big when it was coming out. That was the big thing they were pushing.
Yeah.
And people seem to like really love it. Like there was people coming forward like saying they couldn't play Last of Us beforehand, and now they can because of the accessibility stuff that they've done. So I think Last of Us Part 1 will win because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They made a massive effort in both those Last of Us games to disability, and no matter what the media says, like a lot of media have come out and says they're only doing it to pander or to make more money. I'm like, well, no matter the reason they've done it, it's still there, and the end result is the same. Exactly, yeah. Look, they're not doing it out of the goodness of hearts. Obviously, they want to make money, and disabled people's money is still money. Like it's no different. So,
and at the end of the day,
whatever reason they've done it, it's still great.
Whatever their reasons for doing it are, more people are now able to play it, and that's always good.
Yeah, and it can only be a good thing.
Yeah.
The reasons they want to do it, can only be a good thing.
They're all going for Last of Us Part 1 there, yeah?
Yep.
And that's well, yeah.
Right. See, there's too many categories where I'm just like, I don't know. Best community support: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
I want me Fortnite because they're always adding shit. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm saying Fortnite as well.
I think a couple of years ago, No Man's Sky would have won this, but like, I don't hear much more about it now. Like, it was a couple of years ago, it was getting like shit added to it all the time.
It did actually get a massive patch this year with loads of new content. We're just not in the No Man's Sky sphere of things. But it did get massive content.
I always hear good things about Final Fantasy 14. Destiny 2, I have. Go on, Joe.
I'm really, really surprised that Avengers wasn't.
Avengers, you can't even say it.
I mean, does it deserve to be on here, Joe?
Never vote for.
You know, when they're blocking people from the community who are like, when are we getting content? And the devs are just blocking them.
That's not exactly good customer support, is it?
Like DMCA, one person who's been marketing their game, because they don't do it.
Destiny 2, I always I never hear anyone being happy about it when they get the new content. So I don't.
But the issue with Destiny 2 is they literally remove entire campaigns from the game.
They have said they're not doing that anymore. They have said that.
I know it doesn't matter because they bloody did it. So I'm never gonna vote for Destiny 2. You can't. Fair enough. Like stuff gets sunset in other games, it does, and it does in MMOs. But they remove literal say goodbye to 40% of the current game, releasing the new version of the game. It's insanity. I'm never going to vote for Destiny 2 in any category because it's a pile of wank.
So do you both think Fortnite will win this?
Yeah,
I think Fortnite will win this, and honestly deserved. Look, we're not big Fortniters, but for a fact that it's by far the most kept up to date game ever.
Yeah,
it just is.
What it does is well impressive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 14 because I only ever hear good things about what they do with that game.
To be fair.
So just to be different, I'm gonna go for that just to see what happens, to mix it up a little bit.
Fair enough.
Best mobile game. This is a category I can actually have thoughts on this year. So you got Apex Legends, Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap, and Tower of Fantasy. Now, I think it's just a obvious win for Marvel Snap. There's no way anything else wins this.
I'm actually saying Genshin Impact.
Really? Okay.
Genshin Impact has a massive following, yeah.
That's true, but it's not as good as Marvel Snap.
It's not.
But it has a big following, especially in international. These are huge following. It's got a lot of content.
You are right, Corey, but the thing is with that, for me, out of like Genshin Impact's been on mobile for fucking years. So I feel like it's already won this category in previous years, you know what I mean? Whereas Marvel Snap has come out this year, people are loving it. Like, I never play mobile games. I tried Marvel Snap after hearing amazing things about it, and it's fucking great. It's like, I'm playing it every day still, which is like weird for me.
Games. I don't like hard games. Yeah, I'm still here every day.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I think that's the most. I think that's another reason I'm not very Marvel Snap, because I just don't like card games, to be honest. Yeah.
But you think
and
Genshin
also I agree with
Genshin
Impact. If I so many people like Genshin.
But I don't think people think of Genshin as a mobile game, though. Really, most people I know play on PlayStation.
No, it's weird. I feel like Genshin is a mobile game first, and then everything else afterwards. Whereas stuff like Fortnite is a console game first and a mobile game afterwards. Even though the biggest player base, technically the biggest player base is PlayStation, but after that it's iPhones for stuff like Fortnite and stuff. But Genshin has a massive following. Marvel Snap has a lot more hype around it, to be fair.
I
don't know if anyone's played Apex Legends Mobile as well. I did, and it was pretty.
Was it good?
It was pretty bloody good, yeah.
I know definitely one that won't win this.
Playing a console. Yeah.
Diablo Immortal
will not win this
because of how they same reasons as Overwatch 2. Really, like they fucked so many people over with the way they've monetized that game. Like it has no chance of winning this.
I have no idea what Tower Fantasy is, though I do like a bit of anime, but I have no idea.
That seems like one of those games that would come up as an advert, like and you're like, I have no idea what this is, but the woman's got a nice
Everyone knows what it means by that. Everyone knows.
If you click the link in our bio, you'll have an 8-tier character.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marvel Snap for me on that one, and I would I'd vote for it myself, and I think it's going to win. So
yeah.
And you're the same, Jake, but Corey's being different going for Genshin. Fair enough.
It's difficult because Genshin came out 2 years ago. You're right, and maybe it shouldn't be in this category because it came out 2 years ago. The issue is these days is that as games are kept constantly updated, it's like, where do you draw the line on a game? Like, a game can completely change now from year to year.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line? Like, Fortnite could technically be on this list.
Yeah, it could be. Call of Duty as well.
Like, exactly. Call of Duty Mobile could be on this list as well, but it's not. But why is Genshin on this list and them two aren't? Like, what's the real reason?
Fair enough.
Yeah, right. So maybe I'll change my vote and actually go to Marvel.
I think you should keep it the same, just to keep it interesting and see who wins.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Definitely Genshin Impact.
Right, next category is Best Indie Game.
Genshin for life.
Best Indie Game, you've got Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic. This is a hard category for me, personally.
This is a hard category.
I
think it's Sifu, Stray, or Tunic.
I don't know. I think Cult of the Lamb has a very big chance. Cult of the Lamb, everyone loves Cult of the Lamb.
I've heard fantastic things about all these games. I've only played Stray and a little bit of Tunic.
Do you know who does Cult of the Lamb, Corey?
Who?
You know the people that did Adventure Pals?
Is it? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
No way.
They're old friends.
I think Stray will win just out of the fact that it's free or was free.
Yes, I think that PlayStation deal did a lot of work for them.
For me personally, like what I want to win, it's between Sifu and Cult of the Lamb, and I cannot decide which one that I would want to win. So much so I haven't actually voted in this category yet myself, because I literally still can't decide. In terms of what I think will win, it's between three of them for me. Tunic's great, but I don't think it has as much love around it as Stray, Sifu, and Cult of the Lamb. Even though I personally didn't think that much of Stray, it does have, like, everyone loves Stray. Like, everyone was posting cat videos of their cats fucking watching Stray. Like, so I can see what you mean with that, Jake. Like, it's a big popular game because everyone loves cats.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
I don't think it deserves it though.
I had a meow, man. Gotta win.
It's hard because like I think Stray could win here because I feel like people will vote for Sifu in the action category, so they won't vote for Sifu here. Maybe. I really want Call the Lamb to win this.
I've heard really good things about Court of Lamb as well.
Honestly,
yeah.
I finished it the other week. It's amazing.
Tough choice.
You should play it.
It's a tough choice. This might be the hardest category, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Call the Lamb, just because I think it has a real good chance of winning. It's the only category, as far as I know, that Court of the Lamb's in. So I feel like it's the only place anyone can vote for it, and I feel like people will really want to show some love to Court of the Lamb. So I think it will win it. And personally, I would have gone for Court of the Lamb or Sifu anyway. So I'm going to go for Court of the Lamb. I think I'll just nab it. But I think whatever, it's going to be close voting in this one. It's going to win by 1% or something over something else.
Yep.
So what's everyone else going for?
Yeah, I think this will be a close one between Sifu and Stray. I think, honestly, I think Court of Lamb's really good, but I think I've heard good things, but from a few people.
Okay.
Like the people that have played it have really enjoyed it, but that's not many people.
Mm-hmm.
But Sifu and Stray, I think, got much more of a player base than either ones.
Which one will you vote for yourself?
Sifu or Stray? Oh, I voted for Stray.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. What you think's gonna win?
I said Stray. Yeah,
You're
I
going
voted for
Stray.
Stray.
You're going Stray.
Yeah.
You're going for Stray as well, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you guys mean. To be fair, I feel like it was well popular when it was a moment because everyone was like, "We love cats." It was a massive moment on Twitter with all the cat videos, so I can see that getting it. Right, so best ongoing game, very similar to the other one. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. I'm going for Genshin Impact simply because I hear only good things about Genshin Impact. And it's different. It's the only one that's not in the other community one, which is weird. But yeah. Anyone else?
I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go for Final Fantasy because though I feel like Fortnite is the better community support game. I feel like Final Fantasy is the better game, and for that reason is what I'm going to be voting for Final Fantasy 14 as the best ongoing game. I think it's doing more stuff that people enjoy, whereas Fortnite does technically get more dates and things. But I think Final Fantasy is the better game for sure.
How about you, Jake?
I completely agree with what Corey just said, but I'm going to go with Fortnite just because of how popular it
is. See, it's these little ones that are going to divide who wins in terms of who gets most right or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next, we have Games for Impact. We've got...
I have no idea.
A Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Endling Extinction is Forever, My Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Now, I have not heard of most of these games.
Do you know when they say like I've only played like one or two of these games? I've only heard of one of these games.
I've
not played it.
Which one you heard of?
As Dusk Falls. That's it.
See, I've heard of A Memoir Blue and As Dusk Falls. But other than the others, like I've just never heard of, like ever, like until I've just read them now. I'm gonna go for As Dusk Falls just because it's the only one I had any inclination to play anyway. But it's not really like what I feel like. I can't really vote properly on this because like I haven't played the game, so I don't know what the message of the game is.
Yeah.
So I don't know what impact it could have had.
But
all I hope is good things about it. So should we just abstain from this one and not actually?
I am going to abstain from this because I don't have a good enough opinion to make on this sort of thing. I'm not going to lie.
That's fair. Best performance. Interesting one. Horizon Forbidden West, Ashley Birch. A Plague Tale Requiem, Charlotte McBurney. God of War Ragnarok, Christopher Judge. Immortality, Manon Gage, and God of War Ragnarok, Sunny Solgit. So God of War's got 2 of them, which is interesting.
Yep.
The second one's
and
the kid, right?
Yeah.
Atreus. Yeah, this is Kratos and Atreus.
Okay. Corey, who are you gonna go for?
It's got to be Christopher Judge. It's got to be Christopher Judge as Kratos. Like, I know you haven't fully played the game yet, and you have not seen the amount of character acting
We'll
that
get there soon.
Kratos gets in this game yet. It's incredible. It's like it's one to go down for the ages. How Kratos' development in this game. Sunny Suljic, incredible actor as well. Fantastic. I think he's going to do really well in the industry as well. Also got normal acting, he'll do fantastic, and he's brilliant in Ragnarok. But Christopher Judge as Kratos is incredibly next level. Ashley Birch was brilliant in Horizon.
Yeah.
As Aloy, and Bunny in Plague Tale was fantastic as well. But Christopher Judge is really taking it to like.
Yeah.
If the Oscars had a video game category, Christopher Judge would be getting it for playing Kratos. He was incredible in that game.
Okay, so you're both going.
That's what I have to say about
Kratos.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have literally nothing to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I voted simply for Atreus, just simply because I've only got into a certain amount of the game, and for me, he's got the better performance, but only by a smidge.
The point that I understand that you're out in War, I completely understand why I'd say that.
Yeah.
But finish the game, and you will change your mind.
I think there's a slight chance that the woman from Immortality wins, because that game is literally 3 movies in one game. And people are like saying she's just like one of the best performances like ever in video games. So I can see there's because the industry is buzzing about that game, I can see there being a chance that she nabs it. Only because I feel like the vote will be split between the 2 God of War actors. So the rest might go to her, and then it might win that way. So I'm tempted to go for her. I'm going to go for her just because of that reason, because I think it will be very split between Christopher Judge and Sunny Suljic. So I'm going to go for Manon Gage.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Plague Tale Lady, great. Ashley Birch in Horizon was great. They're all very
mentioned
good.
this before about Plague Tale, and I think the character acting in Plague Tale is fantastic. The voice acting's great. I don't know why they dropped the French voice accent from the first game.
Yeah,
I much preferred them having the French accents. And a big complaint that I agree with the Plague Tale games is that the facial animation isn't great.
No, it's not. But it isn't. Isn't it technically an indie game? I feel like
is it technically an indie game?
I don't know if it is now, but I know the first one definitely. It's more. The way I see it, it's more a double A than a.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's
that
why.
As well. But the facial animation lets it down, because the voicing's a lot better than the facial animation would let you think. Whereas, Chris Judge as Kratos in God of War is just.
We Plague Tale. I'm glad it's the girl that got nominated and not the boy, because the boy is in that game.
He's annoying.
He's just annoying. As
He's annoying.
All you hear is Amicia. It's like, shut up, kid.
Amicia. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad it's her that got nominated.
It's like the Plague Tale equivalent of Leon. Help me, Leon.
Yeah, literally, it is. Honestly, as soon as I played the second one, I was like, I wonder if I'll do it less. No, he does it more. It's so annoying.
He does it a lot more.
Next category, you have Best Audio Design. You got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West. What are we going for, lads?
We went for God of War. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that's incorrect. I went for Elden Ring on this one.
Do you think Elden Ring will win, though?
I think Elden Ring has better audio design than than everything else here. Yes, just because the God, it's difficult to explain. But the traversing the world and going through and interacting with everything there. Yeah, I think Elden Ring has this one. Yeah, I think Elden Ring has this one for sure.
What about you, Jake?
Elden Ring or Horizon, to be honest, but I'm leaning on Elden Ring.
I went with Horizon just because I haven't played much of Elden Ring. But I really liked just the sounds of the world in Horizon. I liked how it used the DualSense like speakers.
Yeah.
I know that that's like a carryover from the first game, but the speakers in the DualSense are a lot better than the PS4s.
And just the machine sounds in Horizon are incredible.
Yeah. I'm going for Horizon as well. I don't think there's a standout necessarily in this category this year. Like in previous years, you had stuff like Hellblade that did something really cool with the headphones kind of thing and like the surround sound, stuff like that. But this year, I don't think there's a really obvious choice here. Like the Elden Ring had great audio, God of War had great audio. I haven't played Call of Duty and I haven't played Gran Turismo, but like all I hear is good things about, like, obviously the cars all sound right in Gran Turismo apparently, like, and guns and stuff in Call of Duty are always great. Horizon, I went for Horizon simply because like you said, the machines sound really good. Just the 3D sound in that game with the world around you, it's just,
I think there's a very good chance of Horizon winning.
Yeah. I think
there's a very good chance of Horizon winning.
I definitely think I'd go for Horizon, and I think Horizon will win it. Just because of just how immersive that world is, because of a lot of the sound.
Yeah. I agree.
Next category, we have Best Score and Music. This is a good one this year. Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
So
the hard category this year, you know.
This is realistically between Elden Ring and God of War. And God of War just about cinched it for me. Some of the scores in God of War are incredible. Will stick with the community for years and years and years. Elden Ring is very, very good. Very good.
Yeah, I think Elden Ring just takes it.
But I think you need to get.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't finished God of War. I don't know,
because the best scores in that game come towards the end of the game, and you hear some of the stuff that they do, and it's like, oh my god, this is just the pinnacle of game.
Even still, for me, like, I'm 14 hours into God of War, and I haven't had a song necessarily stand out to me. Whereas Elden Ring, that first song that hits you in the title screen,
the title screen music for Elden Ring is incredible.
It's like gets you proper into the mood, and like throughout that whole game, like the music is on point. Like even so much that I've downloaded the soundtrack, and I don't do that for many games.
I think Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring will probably win.
Yeah, I think Elden Ring will win. Just because I don't think there's a bad piece of music in that game. God of War
gives me the most emotional reaction.
I think Metal Hellsinger is an interesting one because all the music for that game.
I think Metal Hellsinger might win.
Yeah.
Just because of the mechanics of it.
Yeah. Because it's a rhythm game, and all the music for that game was made specifically for that game, which is cool. Like all the different bands and stuff made specific music. So like, I think that has an outside chance of winning just because it's so. Music's integral to how it plays.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree.
I'm
still saying
struggling between Elden Ring and Metal Hellsinger now.
Yeah. What are you going to say? What would you vote for?
I've voted for Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But I think Elden Ring will just take it. What about you, Jay?
Yeah.
I voted for God of War, but I think Metal Hellsinger might have a bit of a chance.
I think you're right, you know. You're going to go for Metal Hellsinger then?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're all right, because that's the only one that really stands out that the music is integral to the gameplay, so I think you could be right, you know. But I'm sticking for Elden Ring just.
Yeah.
And have you gone God of War or Elden Ring, Corey?
I'm still going personal choice. God of War. I'm voting for God of War. I think Elden Ring will still win.
Fair enough. Right, next we have Best Art Direction. And we have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. You want to go first, Core?
Elden Ring has won this.
Yeah, I agree.
Elden Ring's gonna win this hands down. God of War's looks fantastic. It looks the same as 2018. That's fine, no problem. 2018 is still one of the best games around. Horizon Forbidden West, same thing. It looks like Horizon Zero Dawn. It's obviously improved graphically, but it's the same art direction, and it still looks amazing. It's great. Scorn, incredible looking.
Scorn had an art direction, wild. Like it was very.
It has a wild art direction.
Yeah,
but it's completely ripping off the Geiger art direction, and they haven't done anything original really. It's just like entirely inspired by one thing, and you can see that. Stray's cool, but I don't think it compares to anything else on this list. Elden Ring's got it. Yeah, Elden Ring's.
I think because Elden Ring's new compared to obviously God of War and Forbidden West.
Yeah,
it's new, and it's literally when you first come out of that tutorial area, like the game is fucking beautiful. Like it's From Software games never really look the best graphically. Like they're nothing graphically compared to God of War. Like God of War looks way better in terms of just graphics in general. But like Elden Ring, the art design, the art style and stuff just make From Software games stand out. Like you remember them like years later, and I think Elden Ring is no different. Like it's
the design of environments and the bosses and some of the enemies in Elden Ring are just incredible. It's just incredible.
Some of the best
That's what I think
you see in video games. So I think Elden Ring definitely wins this one, and I would vote for Elden Ring.
I think From Software's had that for a long time as well. To be fair, they've always had incredible design.
Yeah.
For a lot of their stuff. What do you reckon, Jake?
I was going to say Elden Ring as well. I know I literally played like 3 minutes of it before I got absolutely annihilated and rage quit. But I really like the aesthetic of the game. And I think they did an amazing job at making it just look stunning.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And as you play through Elden Ring as well, and you go to areas and you do different things, the art style changes drastically, and they do more things with it in every area. I think Elden Ring's got this easily.
Yeah. Next, we have Best Narrative, and the options are Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be. This category.
Really? It is just God of War.
For me, like, because I think lore counts, and Elden Ring has an amazing lore. You know what I mean?
It does, just like all From Soft games. But God of War tells the story better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You shouldn't have to read like 20,000 codex entries to get the story.
Yeah, true. I think Elden Ring could take it, but God of War in terms of, like, especially from what I played so far, like, it is a story game. Like, it is storytelling at its peak in video games. Like,
yeah, it really, really is.
It's the most cinematic video game you'll ever fucking play as well. So, yeah, I'd say, I kind of want to vote for Elden Ring just because of the lore, but like, God of War.
I think Elden Ring has more story to it, and if you really want to delve deep into it, Elden Ring has a lot there. But God of War, as when you play the game and you play it start to finish, especially if you go from 2018 and go all the way to the end of Ragnarok, which, to be honest, you could pretty much class as one game.
Yeah,
it's just one of the best stories in video games to ever be told. It's incredible.
Yeah,
and honestly, Chris, like, look, you'll see a graph on God of War. No, you haven't finished yet. You'll see a graph on God of War Ragnarok, and you'll get like to the point that you're at where you've just got a certain character, and literally the graph goes doof. Like the game goes from strength to strength in like nothing I've ever seen. It's incredible. It's incredible.
I really wanted to finish God of War before we did this episode, and I was like, "There's no chance it's happening now," and I was just like, "Oh no." So I feel like once I finish God of War, I feel like a lot of my votes are changing, but I'm locking them in. I
That's
think
fine. No, go off your current experiences.
I think personally, I'm voting for Elden Ring personally, but I think God of War will win this, just because of what I've heard from you guys and everyone fucking else that's finishing this game faster than me.
So good.
So yeah, I think God of War will win that, and I think we all saying that God of War, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, God of War's where it's at on this one. Cool.
Now, best game direction: Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. I think Elden Ring could take this one.
I think Elden Ring's got this as well.
Yeah.
God of War's its only really it's only real competitor in this category.
I think God of War's great, but God of War is just a continuation of the previous game, whereas Elden Ring is something entirely new. It's a brand new IP, and it's doing brand new things for that genre, which, let's be honest, that developer pretty much owns.
Yeah.
As far as game direction goes and what it's doing, it's doing a lot. It's basically all the best parts of the previous games that they've ever made put into one game, and then some. It's just incredible for that sort of stuff. Yeah, I can't deny it.
Yeah, that game is just like they had a vision and they executed it perfectly. Like yeah,
totally.
I think Elden Ring's. I think it's the winner here, but like I think God of War will give it a run for its money. But I think Elden Ring wins this category just because it's new. If God of War Ragnarok was the first game in this new God of War series, then maybe. But like because it's the second one,
I agree.
It's like it's had its day when it had God of War, if you know what I mean, for this kind of like category.
Look, from 2018, you could see where it was going, and this is the obvious evolution from that. Whereas Elden Ring is something completely new, and it's the first. No, it's not really the first open. It kind of is the first open world version of this kind of game that we've seen. Whereas the previous one was like
especially
separate
on
areas,
this scale,
go anywhere. Yeah, it's how people have described it as 3 Dark Souls games in one. It is huge, huge, and they absolutely nailed it. To be honest, Elden Ring has got an easy win category.
We're on to the final category and the one we've all been waiting for: Game of the Year. And your options are A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, I think with this, it's between two games, really. Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok.
Not Stray and Xenoblade, what are you talking about?
Stray, I don't understand why it's in this fucking category, to be honest, but you cat lovers, do you? I love cats, but not that much, apparently, according to this, because I don't think it deserves to be here. I'm shocked that Plague Tale's here as well. Shout out to Plague Tale, because like it's good, but like the fact that it's in the Game of the Year category ahead of a lot of other games, it's just wild to me. Horizon was great. It's just more Horizon.
I think Horizon would do really well at this category if it came out literally any other year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horizon, it's what happened to original Horizon when Zelda came out. Like,
Zelda came out, like no one's voting for anything but Zelda in that year.
Like, Horizon just tends to come out at the wrong time, but they did it to themselves this year, PlayStation. So
they really did.
You know, I think Elden Ring wins this though, just because of it being like we said before, it's new. It's like it's a new vision on that type of game, whereas God of War Ragnarok, if anything, is like it's a great game and it is a step up, but it's like you said earlier, Cor, it could just be one big game. And God of War won it in 2018. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like people might sway more towards Elden Ring, and I think in terms of the industry, I think the people that will fight for Elden Ring to win will fight harder than the people that will fight for God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So I think Elden Ring wins just because of that.
Yeah, I think God of War was the better game. Like, I enjoyed God of War. I got more of an emotional reaction from God of War. I will look back more fondly at God of War.
Did you finish Elden Ring, Corey?
But yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Fair play.
I've finished every game on this list except Xenoblade.
Same.
Yeah, my vote goes to God of War.
God of War.
But I will absolutely 100% understand why Elden Ring won, because Elden Ring was incredible. It was a great experience. The people, especially people that I'm not a particularly big Souls guy, but the people who are really high into Souls genre, look, nothing comes close. Literally, nothing comes close to Elden Ring. It is a massive evolution on that genre. Yeah, much better than any other, even the copycats and everything. It's way above anything else. It's an incredible game, but I got more of a reaction from God of War than anything else this year, and that's how I classify my best games. What gave me the biggest reaction overall, and that was it was just God of War.
But do you think
that'll be different for the people? I think it's literally a 50-50 chance that's either Elden Ring or God of War is going to win this year.
But if I had to pick one, you got to pick one.
I'm going to pick who I think will probably win. Will be Elden Ring.
Yeah, I'm going for Elden Ring for sure as well.
I think Elden Ring will win. I don't think it should. I think if it's a public vote, God of War might win.
Yeah.
Only because more people in the public will play God of War, though.
Because it's more mainstream. An accessible game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I physically can't play it because my reaction time's too bad.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Whereas God of War is very accessible, amazing storytelling. I just think that because of I think Elden Ring had a bigger moment on the wider game community.
Yeah. I think that moment will always be remembered in video game history because everyone was playing it. Everyone, the fucking mum was playing it.
Game,
you know what I mean?
I would like it to be more accessible, please. Soft. Just a few accessible.
That's their whole point, though, isn't it? Is that it's not, and you literally, their motto is get good.
Yeah. It is a shame.
You can have a game with accessibility saying that's hard.
Or you can play it on PC and just install an easy mode mod.
True.
That'll work.
True.
Or you can do what Kate wants to do and play on my play on my game. Now I'm fully leveled, but because apparently New Game Plus is somehow easier. She wants to try that, and I'm like, but that's my one. I earned that. I was fighting Melania for 10 hours.
It's between these two games for sure. Like, nothing else on this list comes close.
I mean, everything else is pretty much a great game. I've not played, apart from Stray and Xenoblade. Like Xenoblade, I've not played, but I've heard everyone say it's amazing. So fair enough. But like, fair play to it being in this category at all, because normally the Xenoblade games never get nominated anyway. Even if they're amazing, they never get in this category. So fair play.
Yeah.
And Stray, I mean, fair play to them as well. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, I'll be honest, I think Stray's only in this category because it got so much media hype over, look, it's a cat video game.
Yeah, it doesn't deserve, on its merits of actually being a good game,
I don't think, as a video game, it is that incredible. It's not doing anything new, really. But it's a very pretty game that a lot of people played.
Like, I feel like, ahead of Stray, like, stuff like Sifu, Tunic are better games and should be on this category ahead of Stray.
Yeah.
But I mean, fair play to them for getting on there, because that'll help them massively in terms of like the future, because they're a small
definitely
developer, so fair play to them. But yeah, I think Elden Ring wins it for sure.
Yeah, either way, Elden Ring or God of War, I'll be happy. I prefer God of War to win because I personally prefer God of War. But Elden Ring is an incredible game. and the likes of which haven't come out in years. It's just God of War didn't come out this year, it would have literally no competition. Like it would be such a cake
when
for
everyone
Elden
thought
Ring.
God of War was going to get delayed into next year, everyone was like, "Yeah, so Elden Ring's winning all the categories. At least it has a competitor now." You know what I mean?
Like literally, like there's so few games out there that could compete with something like Elden Ring. And it just happens that God of War is one of them, and it just happens that God of War Ragnarok is even better than the first game, which I didn't think was possible, but it just is.
Yeah, and it's also in everyone's like mind like recently as well, which could help it. To be fair,
Yeah. Well, for example, God of War Ragnarok sold more copies than God of War 2018 in the first day than God of War 2018 did in the first week. It's already sold more copies than Elden Ring, even though it's limited to one platform, and Elden Ring is on everything.
Yeah, that's because there's so many PS4s in the wild.
Well, PS4, so it's not technically one platform; it's two, but it's still
because if it was just on PS5, that would not be the case. There's not enough PS5s out there to do that.
It's insane. It's insane the following that God of War got after 2018.
Yeah.
And it's well deserved because this
100%.
new game is just it really takes everything up a notch. It sticks to the same formula, but it takes everything up a notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just great.
Been a good year for video games, to be fair.
It's been a really good year for video
games. Had a bit of a lull in the middle of the year, I felt, but
that's fine. Let me get a chance to catch up on what the previous time.
Give me a chance to play another quarter of Persona 5 and still not finish it.
Yeah.
I
feel like I've had a good pacing throughout the year as well. Like I started off, like I played Horizon first before that's a big one I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
After Horizon, I played Elden Ring.
Same.
After that, I played Stray, and after that, I played A Plague Tale. I don't feel like I've had like a massive empty space.
No, yeah.
In terms of video games. In the year, so it's been nicely paced. To be fair,
I have, but that's because of the types of games that I like.
Yeah.
Not many big RPGs for you, Jake.
No.
But yeah, I mean,
I've got next year.
Yeah, you have to be fair. You fucking live in next year. That's if they all don't get delayed.
Yeah.
That's all the categories done. In terms of like what we think will turn up, as in like what's being shown at the Game Awards. Anyone got any like big predictions?
Dragon Age.
I don't think we're gonna get anything new announced, like world premieres.
I do.
I think it's just gonna.
I have one specific one. You guys go first.
I feel like it's gonna be trailers, like gameplay trailers of stuff that already seen and are expecting to come out in 2023. We'll probably get Starfield gameplay walkthrough.
Yeah.
We'll probably get what else is coming. More Resi 4 stuff. We've had quite a lot of Resi 4 stuff, so maybe not.
Yeah, we have.
Hogwarts Legacy for sure.
Hogwarts Legacy.
We need to see more Hogwarts Legacy. I feel like they keep showing that game.
I'll show it.
Yeah, no, they will. They'll show it, even if it's a small trailer. They'll show
True.
something on it.
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy will become the new Gotham Knights, where it's just shown everywhere.
Yeah.
But except it will be a good game. What are you looking forward to, Chris?
I think there's a high chance that Kojima's there with his new game, because he's been teasing that a lot recently on Twitter.
Oh, the Overdose.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's that though, because like there is rumors that it's just Death Stranding 2, which could be a thing.
Yeah.
I think he'll definitely be there, and announce some sort of game and it'll be like a CGI trailer, like we always get with Kojima, and it'll be really weird, and everyone will be like, I don't know what this is. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if it is Death Stranding 2, but you don't know that after the first trailer. You know what I mean? Because that's what Kojima does. And because of he's always in Jeff Keighley's stuff, so like they're mates apparently. So like I wouldn't be surprised.
We might get some more Silent Hill stuff as well, like this gameplay of Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yeah.
I think
apparently that game's a lot further along than we originally thought it was. So it might be coming out decently soon. That's Silent Hill 2 remake.
How about you, Jake?
I think we'll see some Dead Space, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about time. They come out in January, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Callisto Protocol, and I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to basically. Well, Callisto Protocol will be out by the time.
I think it comes out the day the Game Awards comes out, so they probably saw a trailer for that as well. To be fair,
yeah.
I think I'm hyped for that. Like survival horror's back, man. Love it. It's gonna be a good year, man, for survival horror.
I'd like
really
to see some Avowed.
Yes, I don't think you're gonna get it though. I'd like to see it, but I don't think you will.
And I think they're going to take advantage of two things that are happening very close to the Game Awards. I think they're going to show some of the second part of the Final Fantasy VII remake with a little bit of the Crisis Core remaster.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yes,
yeah.
it would.
Yeah. The Crisis Core remake's out really soon, isn't it? It's out now, actually.
13th of December.
Literally the week after the Game Awards, I think.
Yeah.
And I think pray, hope will sacrifice a child for a Dragon Age trailer because the Netflix show is like that. It's either that week or the week after the Netflix show airs, and like they're bringing a comic out, so they're like starting to ramp up the marketing now.
Yeah, and to be fair,
they always show it at the Game Awards.
At the Game Awards, they always show some sort of video game, TV show, or movie, or something like that.
Yeah.
I could see the exact situation where they show a trailer for the Netflix. Is it an anime? Yeah, or is it just animation? Well, the animated show. They'll show a trailer for that, but then they'll show a quick teaser afterwards for Dragon Age 4. Is it 4 now? Yeah. So I can see that happening. And to be fair, like they showed Mass Effect at the Game Awards. Like BioWare have a tendency to show up.
Yeah, and I think the last two trailers for Dragon Age have been at the Game Awards as well. Yeah.
My other thing is I think we finally get a Hellblade 2 release date at the Game Awards.
Maybe actually, yeah, it's been a long time.
Because that was the big gameplay reveal for that was last year's Game Awards. It's supposed to come out some point next year, rumored. So I could see them announce a date at the Game Awards. I also wouldn't be surprised if the rumored streaming Xbox stick gets revealed there as well.
I heard on the tech side of things, I look a lot more at that than you guys probably do, and that they hit major development issues with that.
Oh, okay.
And it's probably going to take longer than most people expected it to take.
Okay, maybe next year.
So maybe not.
The only reason I said that is because Xbox showed the Series X at the Game Awards. They revealed it there. I wouldn't be
I remember
to reveal hardware at the Game Awards. So you never know. You never know. Other than that, it's really hard to predict Game Awards compared to other E3 events and stuff, because it's most of it's adverts. Then you got to factor in the fact that it's meant to be about the awards, but then
exactly, and then the announcements come in between as little things.
So it's a hard one to predict, but I'm hoping it's not fucking 4.5 hours like it normally is. That's the worst bit about it, and it's really late normally.
I'll be honest,
apparently it's 7 o'clock. Say again, Joe. What'd you say?
Yeah. At least if it is, I hope they make something to make it worth it.
Yeah. Because it was bad last year, if I remember rightly. Me and Jake were watching it, and we were oh. I remember the one where we were nearly falling asleep, and then they brought on Mass Effect, and then we all just fucking suddenly woke up because that was
everyone
the last thing.
Up,
thing they showed.
And it wasn't even anything.
I think there was literally, what you could see on it, it was just me, Jake, and Kate, I think it was. We were just and then Mass Effect come up, we're like, whoa!
God, imagine if they show more Mass Effect this year.
I don't think they will.
I don't know what to do.
They've been teasing though.
But I think if they're gonna show something BioWare are it's got to be Dragon Age before Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Because there's no way Mass Effect the next one comes out before Dragon Age.
Dragon Age
Mass Effect.
Yeah,
but Mass Effect has more mass appeal than Dragon Age.
Sure.
Is that a pun intended or not? But no, I think they have to, because if they show more Mass Effect without showing Dragon Age, the Dragon Age fans are going to get mad.
Yeah, we'll go.
And they're already mad.
I'm sure they'll be able to deal with all 12 of you There won't be an issue. Like in comparison to Mass Effect
It's
fans,
just
Mass
Jake.
Effect is like
Nah, to be fair, I
Mass
like
Effect
Dragon Age.
has 10 times the followers of Dragon Age.
It does. To be fair, it does. Maybe both. Maybe they'll treat us.
Imagine. EA is not that kind, Chris.
Dragon Age is the only one with a Game of the Year award under its title, though.
That's very fucking true, and it didn't deserve it either.
Oh yeah. Isn't that, literally the year that Inquisition came out, nothing came out. It was the worst year for video games ever.
I can't believe that. And then they get to sell it with Game of the Year on it, and it's like, no, you don't deserve this.
But you know what? I think in the Dragon Age fandom, Inquisition's probably one of the most popular ones.
Really?
It got a lot of people in the series, yeah.
Oh no. I like one. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm just looking at what else came out in that year. Do you know what probably the best game that came out that year was? It was Infamous Second Son. Wow, God. That was a good game. I did enjoy that.
I don't know. It's maybe Dragon Age Inquisition did deserve it then.
Evil Within came out that year as well. Nothing like groundbreaking came out that year. No. Not really.
Oh, okay, maybe it deserved winning that year. Then. Maybe. Yeah. Any other year, it would have just not been nominated.
No.
Maybe. Hopefully, the next one's really good. They've had enough time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else anyone can think of, or should we leave it?
That's it.
Yeah,
that's good for now. Yeah.
Cool.
That's a podcast.
Yeah, man. Decent length as well. Going through there's a lot of awards. I didn't realise there was that many awards as we were going through them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's too many.
We had a bunch to say as well. We have a bunch to say.
We did. I think the next one, next podcast will either be, depending on me, the spoiler cast for God of War, depending on how long it takes me, or the reaction to whatever they did say at the Game Awards. Right, thanks for watching, everybody. Let us know who you think is going to win Game of the Year, if it's going to be Elden Ring or God of War. And yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more like this, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.